Alright, not a bad opening hand. We got red mana, we've got a couple swamps, and we should be able to play this. Opponent goes first. Let's see what they've got. Okay, tap land to start with. Play black. Castle Vantress. Okay, must not have any untapped lands. Alright, we'll play this to get Blood Tithe Harvester out there. Get that engine started. Still not sure. Probably Azorius Control looks like that's what they're going to be playing here against us. Alright, so let's get this going. We'll go ahead and attack here. And then probably play Fable the Mirror Breaker in our second main phase. See what happens here. Alright, take the damage. Alright, let's play Fable. Start digging for cards that we want. Alright, so next turn we'll have the mana for Sheoldred. Probably won't play him out though. Probably will use Misery Shadow because we don't want them to use whatever counter spells. Okay, Supreme Verdict, there we go. Alright, so they got one Verdict down, and let's get rid of a Bone Crusher Giant since we've got 3. Alright, and we have a Thoughtseize now, so let's go ahead and Thoughtseize them and see if we can get rid of something that matters. They're going to have Teferi or Shark Typhoon. Well, neither of those are good for us, but let's go ahead and get rid of the Shark Typhoon, and knowing that we're just going to pass because they'll play Teferi and then we can kill Teferi when they go to activate Teferi, and then we'll deal with, on our turn, we'll deal with the token. Okay, so now we'll kill Teferi, and then the 2/2 blue spirit creature token we'll deal with on our turn. Alright, so Kenzan, interesting. Like I said, we'll go ahead and deal with this token because otherwise it's going to become a problem for us. And let's play this Kenzan so we can play one of these Bone Crusher Giants down. We know they have a field of Ruin, which they play, so we're going to probably kill one of our dual lands here. But the good news is they're not really anything that we can't replace with a basic. Alright, so we got another one. So let's start by copying our Bone Crusher Giant. And let's go ahead and attack for 8. And still no interaction from them, so they must not be drawing very well. I'm going to play a little bit safe here. We'll play Misery Shadow, get another creature out there, just in case. But if they have another Supreme Verdict, that will not be good for us. But we still have Sheoldred, we still have Bone Crusher Giant that we can do stuff with. So we'll see what they've got here. Okay, Portable Hole. Okay, I guess they're going to Portable Hole our Misery Shadow. Okay, I think they thought, yeah, they thought they could get Reflection of Kiki-Jiku with it, and it doesn't work that way. Alright, so we're going to go after their hand in this situation. Because we know they're playing control, so we'll go after their hand. I'm going to take out the Power Word Kills here. It's probably something we don't need a whole lot of. And I'm going to go ahead and actually go down on a Fatal Push. I'm going to go down 2 Fatal Pushes too. Because I think the other cards are going to be more valuable to us in this matchup. And the nice thing is we didn't even get a Kroxa, and we won that one pretty easily. And that's, I think, the power of the deck, is that its ability to do a lot of different things no matter what the opponent does. And that makes it a nice deck to play because you've got a variety of plans within it. Alright, let's go to game 2. Alright, again on the draw for this one. See if they've got more interaction for us. Well, we cannot keep this hand. Alright, well, we have stuff we can do this time. I'm going to get rid of one of the go blanks. We'll Thoughtseize them on turn 1. And our life total in this one doesn't seem like it matters much, so we'll go ahead and pay the 2 for Blood Crypt to get into their hand right away. Really what we're looking for is, okay, alright, well, we know we're going to have a turn 3 go blank, so we'll be able to get rid of some stuff. But they'll have Dovin's Veto up at that point. So even though I'd really like to get rid of Temporary Lockdown, we're going to get rid of Teferi, because Teferi's the scary card in the in that 4 for us. Alright, we're going to get this out here. It's probably going to get taken care of pretty quickly, but we want to get it moving just in case. We can get a turn or 2 with it. If they didn't draw a land, then they would... Okay, they did. So they're going to be able to play Temporary Lockdown or go for something else here. Now, let's go ahead with Path. We'll play on black. And let's go ahead and attack. We'll see if they use their March. They've got March of the Otherworldly Light. We'll see if they were going to play that. But I guess they're going to take the damage this time. Alright, let's go ahead and play Fables. Hopefully draw out the Dovin's Veto with it. Since we've got 2, it's a good option here to go ahead. Yep. Oh, they had Censor. Okay. Alright, well, that stunk. Hoping to get that Dovin's Veto out of them, so we could use the Go Blank to kind of clear out their hand of some of the cards that were there. So let's go here. Again, let's go ahead and attack. See if we can get in some damage. The bad news for us is they've got a lot of removal, and it's exile removal. Let's go again here. They're probably going to go, you know, if they Dovin's Veto for sure, and we'll resolve that. Yeah, it was too bad they ended up with a second one, but we'll go ahead and probably cycle Blood Crypt here in a second, because, or we'll go ahead and use our blood token to activate that. Okay, now they're going to finally use their March. Okay, and they got rid of the other one, so this is actually really good for us. We'll go ahead and activate now. Auto pay for it. And what we'll be able to do is on our next turn, oh great, Den's a great card to get because that gives us a creature land, and that can do quite a bit of damage here. I'm going to throw that down, and we'll go blank on them. And they have to get rid of 2 cards unless they've got a counter spell, and then we get to exile their graveyard as well. Oh, they have another veto. Alright, so they still have the, have that, but let's go ahead and play light. Let's go ahead and power up Den at this point. The nice thing about it is if they don't have a removal spell for it, then we just, you know, we can start attacking with it for decent stuff, and they're going to march it for 0. That sucks. Alright, and that means we can't play Unlicensed Hearst either, so hopefully we can get enough of their stuff out of them that we can finally get to a place where we can play. Ugh. Alright. So we're going to get rid of Supreme Verdict there. We'll play this. We'll get rid of some things that are in their graveyard right away. They probably don't have a way to get stuff back, but in case they do, let's get rid of the things that are going to be the most damaging to us. And right now, because we've only drawn 1 creature, we're playing kind of an odd game because of that, but we should start to see some of our creatures soon. And losing both Fables definitely hurt us in this game. Alright, so we got a Blood Tithe Harvester. See if they have a counter spell, or if they're going to have to use Lockdown on him. Okay, we get a Blood Token. Okay, let's activate. We're going to crew this. That way we can get some damage in right away. Okay, maybe they have an answer to it. They don't. Okay, awesome. Are they going to kill it on the end step? Yep. Now they're going to Memory Deluge. Okay. Alright. Well, that's not going to be good for us. But they are kind of short on land. They're going to lock down to get rid of both of those, unfortunately. All right. Well, hopefully now we can draw into a Kroxa or something, because we will be able to unearth it. But, okay, I guess we'll draw some land. We'll say go. And right now we're just, unfortunately this deck doesn't have a way to get rid of temporary lockdown, so there's not much we can do with it. Let's try Graveyard Trespasser here and see if we can get it down. I'm sure we're going to run into counter spells, but not much we can do with that one. Alright, we'll hold that one. Make them think we've got something like a creature removal spell. Alright, so let's duress them. See what they've got there. I would have really liked to have gotten rid of Memory Deluge. Nope, they have a Wandering Emperor. Okay, so now they've got an answer to us. So now we got to come up with something. Unfortunately, we don't have much. So Kroxa would be great to see here at this point, because they're really in control of this game based on how it's played out, and we keep drawing land. So yeah. Probably we're going to lose this one pretty easily. They're going to get this one. Yeah, with that, they're just going to kill us here. We'll hold on see if we can draw a Kroxa. If we get a Kroxa, then we can play Kroxa, and then we can go ahead and attack with it. But Nurse It just kills us. So. But we're basically a turn away from here from losing game number 2. And yeah, and we lose. All right, let's go to game 3. All right, at least we know now what their kind of plan is. So let's bring in Pithy Needles, because now we know that their focus is that. And I think we go back up the 2 Fatal Pushes, because those will help us get rid of any of the Wandering Emperor token. So what do we want to get rid of here? Bank Buster will go down 1 of that. We're going to get rid of a couple other ones here. We'll take out a go blank since that didn't work well for us. And let's get rid of Misery Shadow, because we know they're playing the lockdown card, so we must get rid of things that it would get rid of. And let's go for it. Alright, hopefully we will get off to a better start this time. We need definitely a hand that we can do something with really actively at the beginning. Thoughtseize would be nice with a couple of cards. Okay. Alright, so we've got some options here. We're going to play this. We'll play Thoughtseize, get rid of whatever the most challenging card is right away. Let's get rid of Supreme Verdict. I am concerned about I should have played that. Well, yeah, I should have played that, because now I can go get rid of that on this turn. Alright. Alright, so let's go here. And I'm going to go for blank here. I just want to make them have to get rid of some stuff here. And based on what we saw, they could have a Dovin's Veto here, which would be unfortunate, but okay, we get rid of Shark Typhoon. Okay, so they kept some removal stuff. Okay, we'll go down again. We'll Thoughtseize them. Okay. Wow. Lots of things we don't want to see. Let's get rid of Teferi. Play on Unlicensed Hearst. We'll get rid of Teferi right away. Don't want him coming back. And let's go. Alright, so the good news right now is they don't have another blue source, so they can't play their Absorb, which is good for us. But, and this is the bad part about things, they can use their march on us, but we're going to keep attacking their hand, going for stuff, because we know they can't absorb it, so maybe they've got a veto here. If they don't, then they're going to have to get rid of 2 more cards, which builds Unlicensed Hearse up a little bit more as well. Because what ideally we'll want to do is play Graveyard Trespasser and then go with Unlicensed Hearse to go ahead and help us out with that. Alright, go to their turn here. Let's see what we can do here. They're going to put Temporary Lockdown in play to get rid of the Hearse, which is fine. That's not a problem for us. Okay, we've got a Takenuma. We're going to go ahead and play this because I can't abrade it. And we're going to submit 0 because we want cards in the graveyard in case we can get a Kroxa. Okay, Fatal Push is helpful. Let's go to combat. Let's do some damage. Okay. And we're not worried about using Graveyard Glutton's ability unless there are creatures and the opponent's not playing any creatures. So, but I do, again, believe in that idea. Let's do things with their deck to get things out of their hand and stuff. Alright, so we're going to channel this, see if we can get something here to help us out. This could be a blank though. Yep, we blanked on it. Okay, we draw that. Okay. All right, so let's hold on to that. What? Oh. Okay, it's called not knowing what your cards do. Yeah, but they're going to get rid of that anyway. So now they've kind of hurt ourselves with that. But the good news is that tells us that they don't have the resources to go ahead and get rid of Graveyard Glutton, which is good for us. And we'll still be able to use Bone Crusher Giant, and we'll go again and attack here. And we'll submit none, get them down to there, and we'll go ahead and play our Blood-Tithe Harvester. So neither's really drawing any land here. We potentially, I'll go ahead and use the blood token to go ahead and filter and get rid of, probably go for the Throat here, because we've got Bone Crusher Giant and Fatal Push that would help us here, but they can now absorb anything, so they're in a better position now that they can do stuff. Okay, they're going to use their Temporary Lockdown. I think I'm going to go ahead and activate this now. I'm just going to get rid of that. The good news is we will be able to play Bone Crusher Giant. Okay, we get another land too. That's helpful. We will be able to play Bone Crusher Giant here. Actually, we're going to do this. And then get another one. And then we'll do 2 damage to their dome here. And the reason for that is let's get them to the point where all it takes is 1 hit from a Bone Crusher Giant, a Blood-Tithe Harvester, a Graveyard Trespasser, anything that's gonna win the game. All right, so Teferi comes down. That's bad for us. So they're gonna draw at the beginning. They get to untap 2 lands. But if they can't get something out here, we're in really good shape, and they don't have an answer. All right. So that's our look at the Rakdos aggro deck. Hope you enjoyed the video. We'll do an outro here in just a second. Alright, well that's some gameplay footage of the Rakdos aggro deck in play for you. Now the interesting thing about what happened is we never saw Sheoldred, we never saw Kroxa, and we were playing against a control deck, and even in the game we lost, we were still very much in the game until they were able to finally get stuff going in the late game, and we were just not able to deal with the Wandering Emperor at that point. But I think this is a really good deck. If you're looking into a Pioneer deck that you want to play, this is the Explorer version on Arena, where really, again, the difference is that we're using the Go for the Throats rather than the Dreadbores. But interesting deck. I like it a lot. It really utilizes really the best cards from the last 5 or 6 years or so. Hope you enjoyed the video and our look at the Rakdos aggro build. Thanks Caffeinated Gamers for sponsoring our video and this gameplay footage, and I will see you next time.